And we are live. We got a special guest in the house.
Boom!
Oh, shit.
What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. What's up, bros? How you doing?
We got a great show planned for y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. And we are back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the FreshandFit Podcast. Regular edition. We got our boy Marc Lobliner in the house, a.k.a. Tiger Fitness, a.k.a. Boom! Titty Bounce guy. Guys, we got a great show planned for y'all, man.
It's a peck pop.
It's a peck pop. You got to show the people.
You just got to kind of do this, man.
Watch, I got it.
You got it too?
I can see it.
I can't do it.
That's more of a belly dance. I mean, it was nice, but
I'm just trying to do it, bro.
Quick announcement, we're getting to the show, guys. Patreon.com/FreshFit. Go get all the behind the scenes content there. That's not safe for YouTube because, as y'all know, we're getting canceled every other week on this goddamn
everywhere,
thing.
bro.
And we're probably gonna get canceled after doing this show too. You guys are gonna see a side of Marc that you probably haven't seen before, so it's gonna be lit. Also, check us out on Spotify, Google Now Podcasts, every single platform you guys listen to podcasts. We're there. We're gonna be posting more often on there. I just fixed up some shit with Anchor on the behind the scenes, so we should be all right. So you guys should be seeing more episodes on there. So Chris gonna be on there. Also, guys, get the merch, FreshandFitPodcastStore.com. Get all the t-shirts, hoodies. Fresh even got the hoodie on right now. So get the goddamn merch, okay? And then also, guys, check us out our other YouTube channel, Fresh Fit Clips, because we're, if you don't got time to watch the full podcast, go ahead and check out the best parts of the podcast on Fresh Fit Clips. And if your attention span's even shorter than that, go ahead and check us out on Fresh Fit Shorts. All the videos are 60 seconds or less on there for all you other people on there that are stupid. And then also, anything else that we got here? Oh yeah, Fresh, tell them a little bit about your vlog channel.
Guys, for behind the scenes, man, check out the vlog channel. We do live streams. We also do lifestyle videos and also on the yacht when it's lit. So check out the vlog channel. 100K on the way. Let's go.
And then also, guys, check out my other YouTube channel. It's called Fed1811 on there. I break down criminal cases. I broke down a Tory Lanez case yesterday.
Fire.
And quite frankly, there's a lot that we got to talk about and unpack on that one. But go check it out, man. We uncovered a lot of different facts, such as Meg Thee Stallion and her best friend were fist fighting right before the goddamn shots went off. So all I got to say is, yeah, bro, it was like literally Street Fighter. Like, yeah, they were fighting. And a bunch of people don't know this shit, man. So, yeah, guys, we exposed a lot of truths on there that other people don't have. I showed a bunch of court documents and the police report that no one else got. So go check it out on Fed 1811. But besides all that, guys, we got a special guest in the house. I'm really excited to interview. We got Marc fucking Lobliner in the house. Fitness OG, man. I've been watching you since, 2012, 2013. So I'm really, really happy to have you here, man. Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast.
It's an honor to be here, man. It's really fun. And the reason I'm still here is because everybody else has gone on with their life. Yet I still put out videos for the 20 people who still watch me. People are like, man, your views are low. You're buying subscribers. No. See, the people who subscribed to me like in 2011, they just forgot. And they never canceled the subscription. So it's like, I'm still here, still doing my thing. I've obviously grown up on YouTube. Like a lot of people, like we were talking earlier, like my daughter like just broke 4 state records in powerlifting. She's being recruited by schools for soccer. And everybody remembers me pushing her in a stroller, or her being little, taking her first steps, my kids being born. So for me, staying on YouTube is just kind of what I do. I don't know about life without YouTube at this point. Right. I have to do something and I have a lot to say. So even if somebody like, for example, if somebody asks about testosterone, I want to be able to talk about it. Yeah. And it gives me a platform to say what I want to say. As long as I don't violate YouTube's terms. Yeah.
Guidelines, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, man. And I remember watching you back when, your wife was pregnant with your sons. So I was guys, I was watching this, 10 years ago? Damn near 10 years ago. And I was watching you, Chris Jones, a lot of the fitness OGs, man. I was watching you, Layne, Norton, Matt Ogus, all these guys, man. Jeff Side back then, Z's Side, Sergey.
I would say he's a true fan.
Yeah.
I've heard your name multiple times here on the podcast. He's like, yo, we need to get him on. So he's a true fan of yours.
Yeah, man. So you got to support the people that, that kind of led the way. And and I think The other thing too that I really like is you've been honest about, you know, a lot of things that you've done when it comes to like gear and all the other stuff. We're going to talk about that, guys, as well. Don't worry. We're going to get through everything. But we know who you are. I know who you are, especially Pause. Can you introduce yourself to the people that may not know who you are?
Well, I mean, so I've been in this industry a long time, as you kind of alluded to. So I actually started at Weeder Publications back in 1999. That's Muscle and Fitness. Muscle and Fitness is Men's Fitness and Flex. They're bought by American Media. They own the Inquirer, the Star. So I was actually promoted and I was making really good money in publishing, and I couldn't do it anymore. I just didn't have a passion. I was getting paid so much money.
This is 99.
This is in 2004 is when I was like 2004.
Okay. How old were you back then?
I was 24.
Okay.
23 up until November. So, and then I'm like, you know what? I need to do something. I need to go out there, and I got an opportunity to start a company called InStone with Sylvester Stallone. I was a founding shareholder.
Oh shit.
And the problem is there was a board involved. And the problem with me is everybody who's seen me on YouTube probably knows I have a big effing mouth.
Yes.
And so if I see something that's stupid, I'll tell you it's stupid, even though I'm 23 years old. Yeah, exactly. Even though I'm 23 years old, I'm sitting in a board with these billionaires and I'm like, this is a stupid idea. And it was a stupid idea, but nobody had the balls
to say
this is a stupid idea. And they ended up going out of business or bankrupt after they fired me. And by the way, all those guys went on to do other stuff. I'm rich as fuck. So anyway, so regardless, it was they were doing dumb things. And I got fired after about 3 months.
What was it like? Because I know the audience is going to want to know. What was it like knowing Sylvester Stallone? Adrian!
Dude, I grew up, every bodybuilder grew up watching Rocky.
Of course.
Everybody, if you knew you were going to do something athletic, if you watched Rocky and you just went outside and started running or doing something, that was me. Like, I remember the first time I saw Rocky, I went and trained. I was like, oh, this is crazy, like nuts. And so, but sitting across from me, Sly he's a nice guy. He's a bit of a narcissist. The best thing was, formulating products with him. Like, he was pretty goal oriented. Like, for a test, I want this to make my balls like this fucking big. It was like, but it was crazy seeing like your childhood idol.
Yeah.
Talk about his testicles. And I was like, whoa. And then you're like at dinner with him and he's shadow boxing the side of the table. And
what?
I shit you not.
You'd be just sitting there like
this? Yeah. But he really thought he was a real boxer. And that was the greatest part about it. But I've never seen, to this day, I've never seen anybody train as hard as Sly.
Okay.
The guy was a freak. The guy is a freak, a hard worker. And to this day, I support him. I love him as a person. I guess if I was Sly and I was Rocky, I'd be a bit of a narcissist too.
Yeah.
In fact, I am a narcissist. So I guess I could see what he is. And so after I got fired from there, my wife was making really good money at the time. She's way better than me at a lot of things, including
high school sweetheart.
High school sweetheart, yeah. And she was making good money. We could live off of her income. And I was devastated, man. I was like, dude, I got fired. Like, getting fired.
It's the worst feeling.
Oh my God, it gutted me. So
getting fired is one thing. Getting fired by Rambo is another thing.
Well, I got fired by this idiot John Arnold. He fired me, and he said, "We're firing you because I don't like you." Wow. He didn't even have like a business reason. He's like, I just don't like you.
Wow.
I was like, kind of hurts.
Was that like Sylvester's like guy, right hand man?
It was a CEO.
Okay.
So Sly didn't really partake in day to day, but he partook in like day. He was there. Like, Sly was involved. He was involved, which might be good or bad because they ended up going out of business, but bankrupt, whatever.
Yeah.
So I hope no non-disclosures per. That's what you're a legal guy, right?
Well, you might be in some trouble, my friend.
We'll see. Anyway, so at that point, my first inclination was to do something for the community.
Yeah.
I wanted to work with people, and that's when I was like, I want to be a cop. So I was looking at LAPD. I was in LA at the time, right? My wife's family's a bunch of cops. She's like, you're not going to be a cop. It's like, that's a stupid idea. I'm not going to sit around wondering if you're going to come home every day. So I'm like, all right. Well, I'm going to start a supplement company because I really didn't like where the industry was. So it was all proprietary blends at the time. For those of you who don't know, proprietary blends are when you just put a list of ingredient and one big number.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm a at that time I was a power lifter. And at that time I was doing some modeling. Yeah. I wasn't a bodybuilder.
What year are we at now?
This is 2004 still.
This is still 2004.
Yeah, I'd been in Men's Fitness and a couple magazines, right? So I'm looking good.
Who's running the supplement game in 2004? Was it ON at this point? No, not even.
Oh, Muscle Tech, bro. You're talking about the gain 20 pounds in 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, in up to 2 hours or something like
Was
that.
Hydroxycut still out there?
Hydroxycut's still
Scamming
out there
everybody?
right now. They're still out there. They're at Walmart, bro. and I love the guys at Muscle Tech, so that's on him, not me. Those are my boys. All right, so anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, I'm going to start a supplement company. My first product, I started Civation. My first product was a product called NeuroStim, which was mental focus, which is funny because you've had Mike Rashid on here.
Yep.
And our first product together is Mental Jewels. I've always had a fascination with the brain because like your body, whatever. But if this don't work, like who cares?
You're screwed.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have, and it was all listed out. And then we came out with a product called Extend, not the penis product. Although I need that more than I need muscle. And Extend was an intra-workout branched chain amino product.
Okay.
And it didn't sell for about 2 years, but I kept grinding. I literally drove I was gone for 3-4 weeks at a time in a Toyota Corolla, driving across the country, trying to sell branch chains. People didn't know what branch chains were.
Yeah. This is fairly new, what BCAs.
It was very new. There were a couple brands, but none of them made it palatable intra-workout or delivered the messaging.
Yeah.
So
which for the people out there, I want to make this very clear. As a competitive bodybuilder, BCAs is great for you because, you know, as you get closer and closer to show date, you're depleted, man. So, you know, if you're a guy like, you know, you're not in season or whatever, BCA is one thing. But like as you get closer and closer to competition, you need every inch you can get. So
yeah, and also like, so the key is with branch chains, we saw from the data, which on that at that time was just on wrestlers. It was like very scarce data.
Yes.
And
so we're still 2004 at this point?
This is 2005 we came out with Extend.
Okay.
And after about 2 or 3 years, we hit a tipping point. It literally took me visiting probably 1,000 stores, driving to state to state to state. I used to do what I call ping pong. I just drive out till I got tired and drive in. And I'd fill the Corolla with all these, it was just full of Extend. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And
they thought it was like a dick enlarger probably when you walked in there.
Oh yeah, and it was written on my car. Like I had Extend wrapped. When I finally got enough to get a Nissan Xterra wrapped, my wife would drive around like, "Is that the penis product?" She's like, "Dude, I got kids in the car." No, it's a branch chain product. Long story short, that product hit. And next thing you know, we went from a nothing company to an 8+ figure company.
Bam. Fantastic.
Wow. And that was, but it took forever and it sucked. Like I slept in some really shady hotel rooms on the way because I couldn't afford anything. My budget was so low. I'd be driving around just I'd either have tuna packets or just whey. Like I wouldn't eat food. So I was we operated on a string budget. Yeah. So I literally built that thing with my team. So let me get back. I'm saying too many I's. I had a great team at the time. Mike McCandless, Derek Charleboy, Rob Moran, all great people who helped build that brand. But they weren't in that damn Toyota Corolla.
Yeah. That was with me driving across state lines.
Yeah, that Corolla was dope though, man. I wish I had the gas mileage right now. But yeah, it was a 2003. It had a little spoiler on it. It was great. So after that, I sold Civation in 2011.
Okay.
And Tiger Fitness, MTS Nutrition came after that. And Tiger Fitness was existing. So I joined Tiger Fitness, started MTS within Tiger Fitness.
Yeah.
And from there, we started Ambrosia with Mike Rashid and Shantor Body. We have 015 Nutrition, who I'm partners with Brandon Curry, Pump Chaser Supplements with Chris Jones.
Shout out to him.
And of course the Outright Bar, which is my that's the #1 bar right now. So it's been a hell of a journey.
Bam. Fresh, you had something, right?
I was gonna say regarding the Toyota Corolla, that's some guerrilla marketing right there because sort of store, that's crazy, bro.
It was nuts. And I missed both. And the thing is, what I try to tell people who start businesses, you know, it took me, like right now I'm doing okay, right? But there were really years, there were years that I didn't know what would happen. And I missed both my first kids' first steps. You can't get that back.
Wow.
Last night, my wife and I sat up talking. She's like, you don't need to work this hard because like, you know, you can't get the time back. You know, you can't. The one thing that you could always make more money. Right. I'm sure you guys are resourceful, right? If this thing fell down, let's say all the stuff you do on the side fell out. Yeah. You'd find a way to make money. We're resourceful. Yeah. Hustlers, but resourceful people.
I would scam.
I OnlyFans. Resourceful people will find a way to make money. Yeah. But you can't make time. It's true. I can't get that time back with my kids, and that's probably why I'm super compensating right now. Yeah. And God bless, I wouldn't trade it for right now. Man, it's great. Yeah. I get to coach my kids. It's amazing. So you have to work that low, but it took people like, man, you're a YouTube. No, YouTube didn't pay my bills. Like I did all this before social media. Yeah. Yeah. So my first I don't want to say it, dollar. My first massive money was made before Facebook.
Yeah.
So
before it like really became what? Because Facebook
2011
took off like
Facebook
2008, 2009 ish.
2008 was when I first got on Facebook.
Yeah,
and
that's when I got on it too.
Yeah, 2008, and then 2011's when it helped, but we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have TikTok, we had YouTube in 2011, which is what helped me launch Tiger Fitness and everything. And that's obviously how you know me.
Yep,
So I was very fortunate to be one of the first on YouTube.
Yeah. Man, so we got a lot to unpack there. So
oh God, sorry.
I can hit these chats real quick and then we'll go ahead. Yeah, we got a legend in the house, guys, from the fitness industry, man. And shout out to Mike Rashid as well. Good friend of ours, a good friend of the show.
Mike is family, dude. You guys, if you guys don't love Mike Rashid, we have a problem.
Yes.
Not just like him, you need to love Mike Rashid.
I love him.
I love him.
Pause.
I love him
that way. Try Vision. He goes Super Saiyan Gods. Got you, my friend. $50. Thank you so much. $5 from Big Al. Currently vacationing in Las Vegas, but still watching FNF. Got you, my friend. And then Nate Johnson, $20. Shout out to Mark. Used to follow you and Chris Jones religiously in my early 20s in 2013ish. Your advice helped me a lot. It helped me lots. And with all the gains I've been running through these 304s, props to FNF. Got you, my friend. Continue to smash these hoes and make money. So were you like when you were starting off your supplement business and you were starting with the BCAs, were you shopping it off to like Vitamin Shop and GNC and these types of places? Because I remember I think they still dominate pretty much like this as far as like going into a store and purchasing.
Yeah, I mean, you need to have one or the other, I believe, to really hit critical mass.
Yeah.
So once we got Vitamin Shop and GNC with Extend, but
Perfect.
I think our main growth at the time was bodybuilding.com. And they've since fallen off. Like they're completely almost down. They don't have a warehouse right now. They're drop shipping everything.
Really?
Yeah, which
Did
is
they close
crazy.
up the warehouse in Idaho?
Yeah.
They closed it.
That place was amazing.
Damn. Yeah, they had a gym in there and everything.
Going there. And it's weird as a competitor of theirs. I remember when I first started with Tiger Fitness, and I told my partner, Chad, I said, we will never beat bodybuilding.com, but we could be a great number 2. And now it's like, they don't even have a warehouse, but they made a lot of bad mistakes. But bodybuilding.com, we were the number 3 product on on bodybuilding.com.
Really?
And we had the message boards. We had Layne and Derek. If you guys are back in the message boards days, we had Derek Trollaboy. He had his own forum.
Yep.
And then we had Layne.
Yep.
And he was a mod.
Yep.
And I ran my little fit. That's when I started competing. I started competing at 27 because I couldn't sell Extend. And so I blogged a fucking fitness and I looked like shit, but I won. Yeah. Because no one else was in my class.
Damn.
Speaking of which, guys, he's referring to Dr. Layne Norton.
Dr. Layne.
Yeah. Can you tell us about because everyone, shout out to Layne Norton. I'm a big supporter of his work too. Everyone hates him as well. So it's like you introduced him to the industry, right?
Layne was it was 2004.
Yeah.
And we were going to have a booth at the Olympia. That was when we were launching.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I didn't really know much about the forums and stuff. I knew a little bit. So my friend.
Is this the bodybuilding.com forums?
This is the bodybuilding.com forum.
Oh, man,
the forums.
Yeah, the
mist was its own planet, man. It created a whole like atmosphere of people. So Mike McCandless was like, hey, why don't you ask that Layne Norton guy and Derek Charlotte boy or whatever? And I'm like, to work the Olympia, because I'm like, what do I do? Like I've been at trade shows because I used to work at Weeder. We used to put on the Olympia, but I've never run a booth. I'm like, okay, who are they? So I went online and Layne's name at the time was Straight Flexed.
Really?
8, yeah. And I'm like, okay, at least he's straight, I guess. Well, I don't know who it was. I'm like, so I asked these two guys, I'm like, hey, it'd be an honor for you to come and work. They're like, of course. They're like, Layne's like 23 and
he was pursuing his PhD at this point.
I think he was in high school at the time. and Derek was doing forum stuff and whatever, and they're both like, yeah, sure thing. And here we are. And I remember we stayed that year at a good hotel. I afforded it. But like throughout the years, we stayed at the Circus, the bungalows in the back that are like $10 a night. We've stayed there before.
Oh shit.
So those guys, not only did they roll with us, but they rolled with us some ghetto shit, man. Like they were living poor.
Fantastic.
So Layne is my dog. Like Layne's my guy. There's been not really falling outs, but like misunderstandings here and there. But I'd still take a bullet for Layne any day of the week.
And people, give him hate or whatever. I still think his book, Fat Loss Forever, is one of the best books when it comes to overall fat loss.
It's simple. Layne dumps it down. People people go extreme. It's like, hey, I want to lose fat, so I'm going to stop eating an entire food group.
Oh God,
I'm like,
stupid.
Yeah, you don't need to. I mean, look, man, if keto's your thing, by all means,
go for
whatever. But like toast is delicious. How can you have eggs without toast? You know who eats eggs without toast? Communists. That's who eats eggs without toast.
Guys, like the fucking video. We got the machine in the house right here, man. Shout out to Marc Lobliner, man. Guys, like the fucking video. Make sure to go subscribe to his YouTube channel, Tiger Fitness. Also check him out on Instagram at Marc Lobliner. And then also go check out his products, man, at tigerfitness.com.
Don't forget OnlyFans.
Yeah, and OnlyFans. You got OnlyFans for real?
I want to. I don't think the high school I am currently employed at would appreciate that. But it's like I posted one picture, and first of all, I shouldn't have. So bodybuilders, hear me out.
Yeah.
You ever take a picture that you don't think is completely inappropriate and homoerotic? That everybody else is like, that is completely inappropriate and
many
homoerotic?
times, my friend. Many times.
Okay, but so there's a picture. And
it's a bodybuilding thing.
I'll show it to you later tonight when the ladies are here. So anyway, so there's a picture of the day I won my pro card.
Okay.
And it was
we're going to talk about that too, guys.
It was me in the mirror,
yep.
And it was my ass. But I put a black line over my crack.
Okay.
And
that saves it.
I'm like, my wife's like, don't post it one day. And that was without the black line.
Yeah, because you got to show how shredded your glutes are.
So I put the black line there. And I'm like, this is completely acceptable. And then, next thing you know, my daughter's pissed off. Everybody's pissed off because my daughter's like, oh my God, my friends are sharing a picture of my dad's ass. And I'm like, sometimes bodybuilders we don't see things.
Yeah, you don't see it. Yeah.
I just see like, dude, I'm shredded. They're like, dude, your dad put his ass on his Instagram. Poor girl. She's going to need so many years of counseling.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
it happens to the best of us, right?
Dude, and she knows all my friends who are just as weird as me. Like, she's been having Tren talk in our house, and she was like born.
Yeah.
Like, my daughter can recite an entire pre-contest steroids.
Wow.
Like, people be like, so she's like, you're not adding Anavar?
No, not this time.
No, I'm keeping it clean, bro.
And it's crazy too, because it's like, you post these pictures of yourself. You ain't gonna get no chicks that, hey, Marc, fly you out to fucking Dubai, bro, and I'll pay you $100,000 to hang out. Like, it's all dudes.
It's a bunch of dudes that want.
Yeah.
Actually, we had a guy come on, spoke about OnlyFans. He said, yo, his main clients are his main people that watch him.
Yeah, dudes.
Gay guys.
And it's funny too, because it's like, I always like, because I got in a lot of hot water when I said, listen, man, if you got a girlfriend and she's posted sexy pictures of herself on Instagram, it's cheating. And they're like, oh, that's misogynistic, sir. And I'm like, listen, buddy, even if you're the best looking guy and you post pictures of striated glutes, ain't no girl's gonna hit you up. It's gonna be a bunch of dudes. So it's not the same. It's not the same.
Not at all, bro.
You got a professional bodybuilder here telling you right now, a bunch of dudes, hey man, how'd you get your glutes so striated? Like,
there's I call it the 200-pound rule. Right, like when you're a lean aesthetic guy, like chicks are like,
yeah.
When you get to be like a bodybuilder, when you hit over, like let's say you're under 5'9",
yeah,
there's a rule. I mean, it should be in some kind of a book, right? It should be a law. It should be the law of dudes wanting to have sex with you.
Yeah.
So like once you get above 200 pounds, you're under 5'9", you go from chicks digging you to dudes.
Yep.
Or chicks who want to be choked. It's a very, and there's not many of those. I at least I don't know. I'm not talking to them. If you're out there, hit me up in the DM. No, I'm just kidding. My wife is watching this. That was a joke. She should know my humor by now. I
think she does after 20 years.
But no, I mean it's literally dudes. And now I think I've aged out where I don't even get dudes. So I'm hoping like I'll get a gay guy every once in a while. I'm like, yes, thank you. I'm flattered.
Thank you. I worked really hard to get these striated glutes, man. And now y'all got you guys got the proof right here. We got IFBB Pro. He's telling y'all that I got these pictures, whatever. No chicks are hitting me up to fly me out.
That's a different world for me, bro.
But you're still gonna do. But I did get some hope. So I was at I was giving out bars at some like wrestling, like not soccer or something, right? It was just kids.
Yeah.
And the mom came up, a couple moms came up. Oh, it was a grocery store trade show.
Oh, okay.
And an older lady, like for my age, older,
40s.
And she comes up and she's like, what do I have to get my husband to look like you? And I'm like, huh. what's your man got to do with me? You know, it's like, it made me feel good about myself. And I literally immediately told my wife, I'm like, hey, old chicks like me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I still got it. But you're still, look, you're still going to be better off than obviously being overweight.
Yeah,
right.
Of course.
But there's really no inherent benefit to having 200 pounds and being lean to having 170 pounds and being lean. That's why these cats who have no interest in becoming, pro bodybuilders and just want to look good for girls.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just be lean.
Yeah.
Just be lean, go to the gym, I hate the word toned, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Lean,
like,
lean.
you don't got to be jacked.
10% or less body fat, you're going to look good to 99% of girls.
If you're lean and you lift weights, you're going to do okay.
Yep.
You don't got to jump on a cycle to impress the girls. You're impressing dudes.
Yeah, facts.
You're just impressing dudes. It is what it is.
Yep.
Like, look, chicks are going to move more, you're tall, you're slender, you're swole, you got veins coming out of your arms. Any chick's going to choose you over me.
I'd rather go on a date with you though.
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
and the clip, the ops are gonna clip that. Oh, he's gay.
Yeah,
whatever.
And nothing's wrong with a little experimentation in college. Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
We all did that, right? We all did it.
Of course.
On Saturdays only. On Saturdays only.
Saturday is just a free day.
Yeah, that's a Saturday.
It's like a cheap meal and
that's the fun
stuff.
day. Yeah, that's the fun day. And I can already picture all the people that hate Fresh and Fit. Oh, I knew he was gay. I knew it. Oh, yeah, we got him. That's the rights.
Your haters put my haters to shame. I thought my haters were mean.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting your haters coming to me saying that I'm too good for you. I'm like, wait a second. Hold on.
Wait, don't go on that show. Stop the fucking show. They're like, yo, what you're going on that show? You know it's bad when your haters warn you about us.
Yeah. My haters are like, dude, I knew you were bad. But this is
next level shit.
This is some shit even I didn't expect.
Yo, these guys are corny. Don't go on their show. Like, all right, bro. Whatever you got to say, man.
Well, I mean, I'll go to the thing is but you guys are dope as hell. I'll discuss something with anybody. Like a lot of people, they'll avoid conversations or they'll avoid people who have differing points of view. Yeah. But I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
Let's say if I came on here, let's say you were like, steroids are bad no matter what.
Yeah.
They're horrible no matter what. I'd be like, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Cool. When can I come out? Let's just discuss it and let's get to know each other. Thing is, people get so caught up in their beliefs that they refuse to listen to anything else.
Yeah.
My beliefs, dude, at 41, I don't believe any of shit I believed in my 20s. Like I've evolved.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to evolve if you live in a bubble.
Well,
and
I got to give you your flowers real quick because I remember when there was a video you put out about why competing sucks so much. Mm-hmm. And in it, you were telling the general masses, and just so you guys know, you're a coach for kids at your school, local school, totally free, by the way, guys. He volunteers as a coach. He doesn't need to do it for money. Obviously, he lets them reinvest that money right back into school and everything else like that. So, you come out of your time and, you coach for free because, you got your business, everything like that. He's rich nigga. But anyway, that's another story. And I remember watching your videos back in the day and you were saying listen, if you're not trying to compete and get a pro card and really trying to make this your life, you have no business taking drugs. And I remember that you're saying that, and it was really powerful because this is, guys, remember, this is back 2012, 2013, 2014. People were very scared to talk about this stuff back then. People were scared of losing their sponsorships. People were scared about losing their affiliate deals, whatever it may be, because in the fitness industry back then, if you mentioned anything about gear, it was a problem. So everyone, they called it fake natties back then.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still call it that now.
They do. They do. They call me a fake natty, which is the weirdest thing. People come on who've never seen my stuff. Why don't you stop lying about being natural? I'm like, bro, it's been 9 years. I mean, I'm like, and then they're like, oh, my bad. I'm like, you can't just accuse. They assume, but to their defense, people always go why does the supplement industry get a bad rap? I'm like, because there's assholes in the supplement industry.
Yeah.
People go and I'm a big fan of the FDA. I like the FDA.
Yeah.
I have someone in the FDA. I run my labels by them every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, is this compliant? Hey, is this compliant? The FDA is there for a reason.
Yeah.
Is to prevent you from dying.
Yeah.
Because we have people putting out some shady stuff.
Yeah.
I like NSF audits. I like FDA audits.
Yeah.
I like keeping things in check. So I'm a big fan of that. So, what happens is with a lot of these natural guys, a lot of these guys on steroids, I don't think it's necessarily about sponsorships, but it's illegal. Like I did a lot of videos saying that you're kind of like Rich Piana's president raid his house. Isn't that, I don't know what probable cause is, but saying you have steroids in your house and showing your vial, that sounds like something. So I was always like, dude, how is this guy not being arrested? So going out and saying that you have illegal substances on your person, that's the reason I think a lot of people went that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was disingenuous for a lot of them. I think a lot of them just didn't want to admit to doing illegal stuff.
There was a bunch of, you got the legal issues, you got the sponsorships, you got the money, you got the, image, everything else like that. I know like at the time, I won't say any names, but there were a couple brands that like, if you mention anything about not being natty, they wouldn't sponsor you, some clothing brands, which I will not say at the time, that were very popular.
Wow.
So for you to come out and say, hey, listen, guys, to kill yourself and take these drugs and everything for a trophy, you got to make sure you really want this. It's something what it is. And you were telling the guys, like, listen, for most of you guys, you should not be touching this stuff. And I remember that, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. And I've always kind of built my philosophy on like, most people should be natty. Unless you're going to compete at a very high level, you're trying to get an IFBB Pro card, etc., whatever it may be. Yes, you're going to need to, use the candy, right, or the gear to go ahead and get to that level. But for most of y'all, man, that just want to, get in shape and look good for some sluts, listen, man, you don't need to take drugs, guys. You really don't, man.
So the average guy could just work out, eat the right foods. Yeah. No Dynabol, none of that stuff.
None of that stuff. And you can look good. It'll take longer.
Okay, so for me,
right?
Yeah.
You're lost cause.
Look good for Come on, bro.
Wait, hold on. What about the BBC genetics?
He does have the
all the BBC.
Yes.
Listen, man.
Yeah, he does have the. He has the island BBC genetics.
Oh goodness, man. Yeah, dude.
So okay. So for
y'all walk around topless all day.
Well, I got like a little guy here, but so this workout, no drugs, nothing like that. I should be fine.
It's diet too, and it's adherence. Like if you look at the best natural bodybuilders, they usually have good genetics. Like you look at if I even say the names, you're going to get all these dislikes because nobody believes they're natural. Oh, but you got these guys,
go ahead, man.
You got
your FreshandFit. They hate us already.
We say whatever we need to say on this podcast. Whatever, it's fine.
Go ahead.
Okay, but look at someone like a Doug Miller or a Simeon Panda or those guys who people say aren't natural, who might be. I don't know. I've never drug tested them. Or you look at a Brian Whitaker or a Kurt Widener who were big in the mid 2000s. Those guys live by the sword. They eat every meal. They do every training session. So, but steroids amplify. Yeah. They don't create. So my good friend Ron Parmeter always said you can't polish a turd into a diamond. If you have shit genetics, steroids will just make you look like a bigger piece of shit. If you have good genetics, steroids might make you look great. If you have great genetics, steroids might make you look phenomenal. If you have phenomenal genetics, you're competing in the Olympia.
Exactly.
So there's levels to that. Like you can't just put I have people come, man, I should take steroids. I look at their body, I'm like, they're not going to work.
Yeah.
You'll still look like shit. And there's a lot of things involved. But number one is training and diet. If you cannot gain naturally, you will not be happy with your steroid results.
Yeah.
You need to nail that down. Get your training and diet down.
That's so true.
If you're older, you get tested and your testosterone's low, HRT is a medical treatment. I don't consider that abusing steroids. I consider that kind of like normalizing. But you look at these guys, these 20-year-olds who just jump on, all they do is they get acne.
And HRT is considered TRT. It's the same thing.
HRT is basically TRT, but you can throw in growth hormone and thyroid.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to that. I'm on HRT. For me, it's awesome because I have lower natural levels. But I'll tell you what, if I didn't have to be on HRT, I wouldn't.
Yeah. And I'll say this too. I've always said this, like, I tell guys, stay natty, stay natty. Most of you guys have no business taking anything unless like, you got to get some TRT, whatever, because your testosterone drops, you get older. Me personally, I'm 100% natty, never taking anything. But for the guys out there, because I know some of you guys are going to be like, I'm going to take care no matter what. It's like, all right, I agree with you 100%. You got to have the foundation. Yes. You got to like at least bare minimum 5 years training natty with zero types of drugs or anything. So you understand sleep, nutrition, lifestyle, how to train properly, all that stuff, so that you can at least have the foundation so that you can build upon that. But some guys use gear the first 2 months working in the gym. I'm like, what the fuck?
You gotta love the training game. You gotta be able to train. You gotta be able to train, at a level of intensity. Like there used to be a rule. Like I grew up in LA, so my first gym was Gold's Venice.
Yeah,
and there was like an unwritten rule. I don't know if it's just the guys. Before it was weird. Now it's just a weird place. It's a bunch of unemployed actors. So like,
weird.
When I grew up, it was like, if you can't bench 315, if you can't deadlift 405 and squat 405, you shouldn't take steroids. So it was almost like you had to hit these benchmarks to take steroids.
I like that.
And I always thought it was a good kind of litmus test for it. But I see kids coming out and it's just, if you don't love the training game, if you don't love the food game, and a lot of guys, if you're a hard gainer, you can't eat enough, steroids aren't going to do anything for you.
Yeah.
And if you're a fat ass and you eat too much, steroids aren't going to do anything for you. So you got to have that perfect balance. You got to know what you're doing. That's why I'm like, dude, just don't bother with it. You got to, and then you risk just shutting your stuff down forever. And then every week you got to be a pincushion.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, you look at guys like, you know, Rich Piana, rest in peace, Boston Lloyd, you know, rest in peace. Like these guys were very honest, very transparent. You know, I respect them a lot, you know, because again, they were out here admitting stuff back when this was very taboo in the fitness industry to talk about this stuff. And they're past now, but you know, a lot of it came from complications from using gear. And this is guys, this is what awaits you when you use this stuff and you don't know what you're doing, or you're not under the supervision of a doctor or whatever it may be. So you got to be careful, man. And you're one of the first people actually to like talk about that. And I've always kind of used that mantra, like, listen, most of you guys shouldn't be using this stuff. And if you are, it's got to be worth it. And you got to have some kind of goal. And then, like you got to have the foundation. Have you been training for long enough? What, you know, do you have I like the numbers that you just threw out there. Can you bench 315? Can you squat? Do you even have the rudimentary basics down, you know, to even get into this level? Because like, if you want to compete at a high level and take the gear, you're going to have to be able to compete with guys that are doing this stuff.
Steroids don't kill people, but they lead to things that kill people.
Yeah.
Right. Like it screws up your triglycerides, screws up it screws up a lot of things. It does potentially cause an enlargement of the heart. Yeah. It's hard to say because there's no direct correlative direct studies comparing regular athlete hearts to steroid athlete hearts. So
I would have thought we would have had something by now.
I don't know. I'm not going to fund it. Yeah. So it's like at the end of the day, if you're putting there's also dose and duration. Right. Like if you're abusing steroids, you look at like Dallas Mccarver, another guy who went too soon. Passed away. You know, this guy's testosterone was at 50,000.
What?
Wow.
50,000, over 50.
What's the normal male testosterone level? Just so people have perspective here.
Super high is like 900 to 1100.
Guys, he literally had like,
50 times. And it does, you know, and also beyond all that, weighing that much is like being obese.
Yeah. How much did he weigh when he
Mccarver had to be closing like on 300 in off season.
And he was like, what, 5'8", 9?
He wasn't that much taller than me. Yeah. I can't recall. It's hard to tell when you're short if people are tall or not. Yeah. But we, at the end of the day, if you don't have to take a health risk, don't. But again, you know, I'm a personal responsibility guy. If you want to do drugs, do drugs. Just know that there's, know what the risks are.
My thing is to get girls, bro, to take steroids, bro.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Like you said earlier, that's dumb, bro. Like, dude, think about it. You're in a club, right? You're taking these steroids, whatever. You can't stay up late. Your girl's gonna go to the club anyway. Find a promoter or find a guy that's in there that's a balling. You're gonna cheat anyway. So, and what's the point?
and I want guys to understand too that like the level, guys, just so you guys understand, the level that you're gonna be attractive to girls to have like the optimal physique to get hoes. 1.6 shoulder to waist ratio, and you look like an Abercrombie model, which honestly is not that jacked and not that lean, you know, to the point where you're going to need to use gear to look like that. You know, when you're even me and my mediocre physique, some girls are like, oh, you're too muscular for me. The threshold isn't that high, guys, to be impressive from a physicality standpoint.
What's our obesity rate? Like, just don't be fat.
Yeah, don't be fat.
Don't be super fat, and you'll be fine. I don't know. I'm not in the dating world again. Like my wife could care less, but like. From what I'm seeing, you know, I don't think anybody really cares, and chicks can't tell. Yeah, like the only people who could tell are bodybuilding fans. Yeah, nobody can tell that my rhomboids are overshadowed by my lats. No chick gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Like,
dude, only dudes that notice that shit. That's true.
And you're gonna feel better. The more natural you are, the better you will feel. Yeah. Steroids feel bad. Like the times I've been on more harsh substances. It's bad. Like I don't feel right for someone who's really into like how I feel and my energy and all that biohacking BS I do. You know, if you're on something that's harsh, like a Trenbolone or an Anadrol. I can't take any of that stuff anymore. I couldn't if I wanted to. It would just destroy me. I'd literally fall asleep right here on the spot. My body cannot take that stress. Younger folks, but as you get older too, like it's more of a risk. So I forgot there's been a lot, but like as you get older, you have more wear and tear on your body.
For sure.
So you start throwing in all those variables, throwing in the that's another thing, comorbidity, high blood pressure. If you're on gear, you're gonna probably have high blood pressure. And then you combine that with being big, which is your body doesn't know if you're 300 pounds of lean versus fat. Your body just knows I have to pump blood to all this fucking body. So just be careful with it. And if you do stuff, work with a doctor.
I think this talk right here could have saved someone's life. Because a lot of guys are like, yo, I want to get girls, I want to look good. I want to be fit. Yeah, you can look fit, but not as a health first, because that could kill you.
The threshold to look good for hoes, guys, is not that high, man. So if you're thinking about taking a needle point in your butt, you don't got to do all that.
We've seen girls leave with guys with bare bellies. It's because of status and money. Bro, fitness, it does help for your health,
for sure.
And it does for appearance. But to go to that level.
And I've told y'all before, man, like I will tell you guys this right now, like as a guy that's, I'm in your shoes, man. Girls respond the most to status anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's what they respond the most to. You will lose your girl. You could be in great shape. You lose your chick to some loser ass dude with a fucking beer belly if he's clouded up. That's the #1 amplifier in 2022 with these chicks.
You're
Lifestyle,
probably
man.
right. So the key is to be jacked and rich.
Yes. And have some clout.
Yo, at that point, you hit all triggers.
That's the fucking cheat code.
That's the cheat code,
It is.
So I tell guys, get in shape because that's something that you control. But just understand that like taking drugs and doing this extra shit, like you're putting yourself in a healthy situation when you could have just like, go to the gym, wait. A lot of guys are impatient too. That's another reason why guys jump on
steroids. It takes forever. It took me till 41 years old to get a goddamn pro card.
Can you tell us about that? Actually, let's transition over to the pro cards.
I was actually helping. That was a beautiful segue. All right. I've done this before.
IFBB pro card. Big fucking deal, guys. Big fucking deal.
So I in 2013, I got a NABA pro card. NABA at the time was pretty cool. We had Lee Priest and a couple others who were pretty good athletes.
What does NABA stand for?
NABA, North American, I don't fucking remember. I'm not allowed to say it or else IFBB will cut my contract. So anyway,
never mind.
So I got tired of bodybuilding, and to be honest with you, it was helping destroy my marriage because at 33 years old, believe it or not, I was very immature. I know it's hard to believe.
I'm immature now, 32, so I understand.
So like
lifestyle.
So I was like, I'm out. And it really, like, at that time I was going, my marriage is awesome, but it's still two people trying to get, if you and I hung out for a week, we'd probably have some fucking fights, right?
Probably.
Like put the fucking toilet seat down. And like, and I'm like, I'm done. I can't do this shit anymore. It's narcissistic. I'm done. So that's when I became a really bad boxer for 5 years. And I was really good at being bad, where for some reason I won. And I loved it. I loved it.
Mike Rashid?
Hell no, I would never fight Mike Rashid. Nah, dude, I'm not stupid. I fight guys who aren't Mike Rashid. That's the criteria. So who do you fight? Not Mike. I saw Mike hit a heavy bag once. The heavy bag cried.
Really?
Dude, I swear to God. Do we need a drum roll? Yeah, it was so in July of last year, I was getting ready for a boxing tournament.
Okay.
And my wife's like, you got to stop boxing. We were watching yesterday Lucifer on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
That show sucks.
I love that.
I like it, man. That's pretty good.
Loved it. You are.
I think it's trash.
Communist. And it's a great
That's
show.
Today's show. Yeah, what? Communist. Go ahead.
MAGA. So
shout to Trump, baby. Shout to Trump.
Here we go.
Oh shit, we just got this.
Yeah,
this channel got demonetized.
We're gonna get canceled. It's over.
Yeah, it's an insurrection.
Yeah, it's over.
So she's like, you got to stop, because I was like getting concussions all the time. Because again, I'm not very good. Like I had no defense. I'm a slow bodybuilder. So I go, what do I do? I need to do something competitive. And she's like, I don't know. Can I go back to bodybuilding? She's like, well, we'll talk about it. Yeah, Lucifer's one of his favorite shows. Mo in the house.
Mo in the back in the fucking back.
They need to come out with another season. Yes. All right. Anyway, so I was sponsoring a show called the Knox Classic with the bars. And like it was like 12 days. And I was at actually Iron Addicts, the gym I own with Mike and CT and Sean.
Yeah. And it's in LA, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I get a text from Bino, who puts on the shoes, like, hey man, you gonna be at the show? I'm like, yeah, I'll give out bars. Like, man, you should compete. I'm like, yes, great idea. So I jokingly texted my wife, hey, can I compete at the Knox class? Remember having bodybuild training for 5 years. And she goes, okay, I can't not do it. Because my wife literally gave me the go ahead. I know you guys are, oh, you gonna let your wife tell you what to do? I'm like, yes, I am. Because I'm happily married and child support's expensive. So I mean, yeah, you call me a simp, you call me a bitch, don't care. Don't care. I'm happy. Okay.
Got my money.
I'm a happy simp bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like, shit. So then it's like, I get back and it's Tuesday. And then the dudes at my gym are like, you should do the state show. You know, it's this weekend. I'm like, I just started bodybuilding like yesterday. And they're like, yeah, do it. I'm like, okay. So I literally like ate. I didn't know what to do. So I just, my buddy Scott helped me and I ate into the show. I actually gained a little bit of muscle. I came in as a heavyweight and I got second place. I'm like, this is kind of cool. I'm bodybuilding forever and I didn't get my ass kicked. These are young guys. These are good looking young dude. No, that's very bad. Sounded very bad as a high school
Physique wise.
They were very good looking
guys.
young men in a bodybuilding. So I'm like, dude,
they're in good shape.
So the next week was the Knox Classic. And I'm like, I need to be a light heavyweight because I lost a ton of muscle boxing. And again, I'm on just HRT.
What were you on back then? Like, what was your stats back then? Just because I know
when I was a bodybuilder, or
when you were boxing, and then when you transitioned back
boxing, I was getting down to 201 because I didn't want to be a heavyweight because I feel like people your height.
Yeah,
and they're just punching me in the face constantly with their reach. And I'm like, stop me in the face. And so
and you're how tall?
I'm 5'7".
5'7". Okay.
5'7.5" in shoes.
This guy's huge.
Yes.
5'7", 201.
Yeah, so that was what I was getting down to. So I'm like, all right. So I got on stage, I think like 208 at the at the stage show. And then I'm like, dude, I need to be a light heavy. I don't have enough muscle to hit 208. I'm not shredded enough. I win because I'm shredded, because I'm really not that good of a bodybuilder. I just get really lean. So I'm like, cool. So I went up and I got down and I somehow beat this guy named Preston, who's going to be a great pro. And I'm like, holy shit, I won the show. So then I went on
and it's a qualifier, right?
This is a qualifier for Nash. So then I'm like, dude, I'm going in. I'm doing North Americans in 4 weeks. And I got third by like 2 points. So it was very close. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm taking some time off. So I started eating, and Jose Raymond was helping me, coaching me. Jose Raymond is a legend, one of the most shredded 212 competitors of all time. And I'm like, Jose, I think I'm ready. It was like 8 weeks out. He's like, let's do it. And so I got my pro card at Masters USA on December 11th. So it went from August, I think the first show was like August 1st or somewhere around there. And then December 11th, I was a pro.
Fuck yeah, man. That's what we're talking about, man. And that's fucking... It is very difficult to get an IFBB pro card, man. Very, very difficult. You know, you got to do a bunch of shows to qualify. It's not easy.
It was hard. Those guys look so good. Have you ever been back? You guys,
hey guys, he doesn't mean, just so y'all know, that doesn't mean like, oh yeah, this
bodybuilding.
Is some aesthetic physiques.
Aesthetic. But guys, we're going over to YouTube, so hop on over here.
Oh yeah, come on over to YouTube, guys, because we were talking some weird shit on Twitch.
S word, getting crazy.
Oh, because we said twice. Fucking sick. Oh yeah, we said so many times.
Canceled.
No, we're canceled. Okay, yeah, don't worry about it, guys. Yeah, so come on over to YouTube, guys. Type Fresh and Fit on YouTube, and then we're gonna kill all the other streams. So come on over to YouTube to continue the interview.
I didn't know that was a bad word.
No, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. It's all good. And just so y'all know, he's very sarcastic, man. He runs the relationship. Just so y'all understand, man. You don't stay married for 20 plus years being a simp with your wife. Trust me, it doesn't work that way. We're gonna talk about masculinity here in a second as well, guys. As far as like guys being weak and everything else like that, and the issues with relationships nowadays.
I had no idea the S word was a bad word.
No, it's okay, man. It's only on Twitch.
Only on Twitch.
Fuck Twitch.
What is Twitch? I need to use Twitch. I think I'm too old for Twitch.
It's where all the simps go to watch the girls.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. No, but shout out to our ninjas on Twitch, man. Twitch actually does have like better streaming quality. So
yeah. So what I'm saying, I was literally like a fan backstage. Like these guys were good bodybuilders, and the fact that I won was insane because these guys. Like, whoa. I was more shocked than anybody. People thought I was acting when I fell down after I was announced as the winner. I was really shocked. I was pretty convinced I had second or third.
Wow.
Yeah. And I even told Jose between shows, I'm like, dude, there's no way I'm beating. The super heavyweight's name's Paul. Dude's a beast. He's like 250 pounds at my height. Like, he outweighed me by like 800 pounds. It was crazy. And I'm like, okay, it was my day. I just It was my day. Everybody gets their day.
So you never thought it was possible to actually win, but you went for it.
Yeah.
Your wife approved of it, and you're, you know what? I'm just going for it, and you won. That's crazy.
Yeah, I gave it my all. I mean, I couldn't have given anything, and I did it while running all these companies, and I coached. I didn't miss one training session at the high school. You know, the Tuesday before I left on Wednesday for the show, I flew out to Arizona, and the Tuesday before I was running around coaching my kids.
Damn.
You know, and because that's what matters. Like winning a pro card, that's whatever. That's me.
It's for you.
But these kids, you know, the more effort I put into them, the better they're going to do in life.
Yeah.
And that's why I take everything I do so seriously with the kids, not just my kids. When I say my kids, it might mean my biological kids, or it might mean the 50 kids that I coach.
And you don't take any payment at all for coaching them, which is crazy.
No,
Wow.
because I mean, at the end of the day, my life was saved by good coaches. I was going down the wrong path, making some bad decisions. And there was a coach, his name was Cornell Miles at Culver City High School. And he kind of brought me in, took me under his wing.
Wow.
And then another coach, Scott McCrillah, helped me get my film out to colleges to get me, you know, recruited. So it was, so I always vowed that when I had the means that I would donate my time and be a coach.
Which is shocking, because if you guys look at his necklace, it doesn't make sense that he would work for free.
Jews are pretty cheap. Yeah. You know, I'm good with the, you know, I just wear this for the jokes.
Okay.
I said something. I was giving out bars at a soccer tournament. And these people were like, and I'm like, they're like, no, thanks. I'm like, but they're free. They're like, yeah, no, thanks. I'm like, you guys make horrible Jews. Like, I said that. So I'm like, oh, don't worry. I'm Jewish. I'm Jewish. I can say it. And they're like, okay.
Okay.
And it's Tennessee. So they were probably Klansmen anyway.
Oh, shit. There you have it. There's some chats here. Intermission.
And cancel. All right. It's okay. We got a Jewish guy with us making these jokes.
Yes.
It's okay.
All right. We got Smart Ass
Fresh
Social Media Inc. $5 says, question for Mark. If you're trying to lose weight by recompositioning to more muscle, is using creatine a bad idea?
Everyone from the age of, I'd say, as young as you want till as old as you can should take creatine. Creatine is beneficial.
Agreed.
It's a natural ingredient derived from 3 amino acids, and it has nothing but good data. It literally has less side effects than water.
Wow.
I mean, creatine is amazing for so many things, and it's also been used in applications for not only sarcopenia, which is muscle wasting in older adults, but it's also been applied for things like dementia. So obviously we can give some of this to Joe Biden and it might help.
And guys, you got to understand that creatine is by far the most widely researched sports supplement in the world. And the data doesn't lie, man. It works. It just fucking works.
And it helps you lose fat.
Yeah.
I don't know when somebody thought that it was just a bulking thing, but it was because at the beginning, I'll give you my theory of what happened.
Yeah.
And when creatine first came out, there was an influx of really bad quality creatine coming in internationally.
Yeah.
That could have had other byproducts in it. But I don't even know if it's that. What was happening is the number one selling creatine on the market was something called Celtec by Muscle Tech.
Oh, I remember that.
Celtec, for 5 grams of creatine, you had 75 grams of dextrose. If I take in 75 grams of dextrose now, I don't hold water. You're going to bloat up.
Yeah.
So, and then people would start taking it while they're bulking. So they eat pizza and take creatine and then go, oh, I'm holding water.
Yeah.
It must be the creatine.
Yeah.
So I think that is just look, man, I've never seen anybody who I've monitored anything they've done who's ever gained any extracellular water. Gaining water inside your muscle, that's a good thing.
Exactly.
So it's not going to make you bloated. It's not going to make you watery. It's going to help you along. It's going to help you keep muscle, gain muscle, and lose fat.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then also, like, you know, they get into bad habits of, like, you know, loading it way too much or loading it for far too long. You're just better off taking it consistently every single day. If you are going to load it, then you got to do it for a short period of time. But yeah, man, creatine monohydrate, it works. It's literally, I mean, shout out to Dr. Eric Helms. He's done quite a few videos on creatine. It works, guys. Simply put.
Yeah, and it's even now with the increase in price, it's still relatively inexpensive for what you get.
It's very cheap.
Just take 5 grams a day every day and just do it. And what do you mix it? You're like, what do I mix it in? Anything.
Yeah.
You could put it in juice, water, your protein shake.
I used
it's
to just take it raw, like pause. Or like just take the dust. It tastes disgusting, but you know, you just take it and bam.
It's pretty flavorless.
Yeah,
you know, it's not branch chains unflavored.
Yeah.
It's much better than that.
Cool.
And you take it before you work out, right?
Anytime. So creatine is it's a buildup effect, right? It's not an acute effect. It's a very it's a long-term effect. So what happens is it builds up in your cells and it increases your ATP that way. So it has a buildup effect in your cells, hence the saturation and the loading period.
Gotcha.
So if you take 5 grams a day, you'll be saturated within like 15 to 21 days.
Yep.
Wow.
If you load it, you'll be saturated in 5 to 7 days. So the key is once you get saturated, just keep it saturated.
Bam.
But taking more isn't better. So if you're taking 5, if you're saturated, just take 5 grams a day. You're
just
good.
to maintain it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Kelly Moore, mad respect to Myron, Fresh, Chris, and the entire FNF family. Mad props to Tiger Fitness. Fresh, Myron, please tell me you guys reacted or will react to the trolling Savage Drake situation.
Yeah, we mentioned it on a prior show. Yeah.
Okay. Juan Bin Laden. Okay. My boy Fresh, go to the gym. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, bro, you know what it is like I'm not motivated. I'm not motivated enough to go because like
he fucks bitches already. So he's like, whatever. Who
it's
cares?
Kind of like if I wanted to go, it'd be for my health only. You get me? So I'm not there yet.
Yeah, but you'll get so many dudes.
Yeah, I'm good off of that, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, like for real, like this is why I say like when girls say, oh, because like some dumb bimbos comment on my shit because I got like a picture of myself with my shirt off on my Instagram. Oh, look at this thirst trap. You're thirst trapping like you tell your girlfriends they can't post pictures. Yeah, look at the fucking comments. It's a bunch of dudes. What the fuck are you talking about?
Good job, Myron.
Yeah, you fucking dumb hoe. You dumb bimbo. You're over here trying to say, oh, well, you can post pictures yourself. I can't post pictures. Yeah, because I'm not gonna get sultans from fucking Saudi Arabia and Dubai telling me, hey, I'll fly you out here for $100,000. I can get shredded glutes like Mark. I'm still not going to get that goddamn attention. If anything, I'm going to get a bunch of dudes.
I'm going to keep thirst trapping. I'm not going to be apologetic about it either. I need all the attention I can get at my age, man. I'm like, somebody please love me.
You know what I'm saying? The best I can hope for is what? Maybe some 40-year-old chick saying like, hey, I want my husband to look like you. That's the best I'm going to get.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it was really nice. I mean, I was like, this is great. Like, it's not a dude. Like, but no, she was really nice. She's like, wow. So if my husband eats that, will he look like you? I'm like,
and that was in person.
That was in person.
This isn't even on Instagram.
She had game. She was spitting game, bro. Spitting that game.
Yeah, man. So I like, and so when girls tell me this bullshit about like, oh, well, you can do it, but I can't. Listen, lady, no matter how good I look, I'm not going to get the same level of attention as you. All right.
What I might do though is play a sport like tennis or boxing. That's what I might do. But fitness, I gotta get into it eventually.
Now, don't box, man. You get hit in the face. You got a beautiful face.
Thank you, man.
You don't want to get hit.
I appreciate it.
I have a broken nose from boxing, and I never even did anything with the sport.
Damn.
I don't even know when I broke it. It's a Jewish nose. You can't even tell. It's already big. Like, I don't need a bigger nose. That's the one thing I don't need. Yeah, I'm like, what happened here? You broke it. I'm like, when? If you're a Jewish boxer, you don't even know. Like, it always looks like this.
I got a big nose too, so I get it. 10 Extra Life. I honestly wanted to off myself until I saw your podcast. I literally saw it like 5 days ago, and it's giving me hope and the goal I should work towards. We got you, my friend. 10 Extra Life. Stay here with us. We got you, man.
One life to live, bro.
Silent Chaos. Hey, Mark, you and Jason Blaha all good now?
Is he still on YouTube?
Jason Blaha.
Okay,
wow,
wait,
hold on, in a long time.
Hold on. Somebody showed me, like, he's doing these like living room workout videos with this not a lot of weight.
Shit up.
You got to look it up. Somebody's like, yeah, he's still out there. And I'm like,
well, they're probably wondering who the fuck is. Okay, so guys, you're probably wondering who the fuck is Jason Blaha.
He was the original troll.
Yes.
He used to do a video a week about how much I sucked. And he used to, like, every time I'd say something in a video, he'd say the opposite. Because back in the day, I was clickbait. Like, I used to be a clickbait name. Now I'm a nobody because, my 15 minutes is up. And this dude used to every week was like, oh, well, Marc Lobliner says, like, if you have elbow pain, train through it or you're a pussy.
Yeah, he's still posting, man.
Yeah, the squat day. He almost broke 200 views. This makes you feel much better about my views.
Sounds like a drama queen,
bro. Here's the thing. He was known because I used to watch him too. It used to be called Juggernaut Fitness, and I think Jason Blaha Fitness, whatever. And he used to
Ice Cream Fitness was his original.
There we go.
Yes.
And he used to troll and report a lot of fitness industry drama and everything else like that. And I used to watch his content because he did actually.
It was kind of funny.
Good, informative content
and then Layne
too.
sued him.
Did
Remember that? Layne sued him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because of some kind of defamation.
Oh, yes. He said that Layne wasn't natural. That's what it was. Right? He was saying that he was fake natty.
I think there was a lot to it, but and it was just constant. But I think Layne there was a lot of money spent in that lawsuit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, dude, like, I've been through libel suits. Now I'm like, I just let people hate.
Yeah.
Saying,
it's like, fuck it.
There's nothing you could do. Like, you're gonna spend all this money and then you're not going to get it back.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it back. So, my opinion is like, but I'm sure Layne and I doubt Jason learned his lesson, but you can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. And Jason ain't got money like that. Like, what are you going to do? If you sue a guy who doesn't have that much money, what are you going to get from him?
Yeah.
Right.
In a civil case, they're not going to garnish anything.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, and here's the thing. I watched both of them, you know what I mean? With the fitness industry stuff. And I remember, man, that he used to, report stuff. He actually did give good information too, as far as like beginner training, stuff like that. Really good stuff. It's just sad that people couldn't get along, but I like both, man. I people could talk shit about Layne. I think he's fantastic.
Layne's
great
amazing.
Information. He cites his sources. He did a fantastic job of debunking that Netflix series that everyone was going, the fuck is it, man?
The Game Changers.
Yeah, there we go. He debunked that.
Layne did a great job on that. Everybody did a video on that.
Yeah.
Everybody did a Game Changers
His was
video.
one of the best.
Layne's was better than mine. Mine was pretty good, but Layne did much more data. I was just like,
studies. He cites the sources.
Mine was like, you're small. Shut up. Mine was like,
do you even lift?
I'm like, shut your little asses up, eat some steak. And Layne's like, well, according to this PubMed journal, I'm like, it's too much. Here
we go. Yeah.
Too much work.
Yeah, man. I love the evidence-based stuff. It's great stuff. But yeah, man, shout out to both of them, man. Like I said, I wish they could. I hope they hashed it out. $5 from Troll Village Citizen. I know a Nigerian scammer who has fired his fifth personal trainer to eat Chick-fil-A and tacos. He has a nice Lambo though. Okay. Cage Jackson, loving this episode, guys. Make sure for tonight's episode, you ask the girls dress size. RIP Kevin Samuels. Potentially, yes. Well, we're not going to have some. Hopefully, we don't have whales on this one. Andre.
Have what?
Finzi. Whales.
Manda harpoons.
Fat girls.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You're also a fellow. Well, we'll talk about this in a second. You're also a fellow body shamer as well, which is awesome. So we can talk about body shaming people.
I don't body shame. I tell truth.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's true. Since I've started watching this show, I went down from 225 to 196. The goal is 175. My max BMI. Shout out gang. Yes, because being fat is completely unacceptable, my friend. Good shit. Hey Hayes goes, curious question. I'm 33 and lift weights 4x times a week. Are T boosters worth it? Or 33 not a good age in your opinion? What's your take on that? Test boosters.
It depends on the testosterone booster, right? Like there are ingredients out there that do have data. For example, Primo V, the data was done in older individuals, 20% increase in total test and free test. You also have D-aspartic acid studies, which do show an increase of 40% in total test. My opinion is if you could find, so I make a product, I have to say it. I make a product called Insurgent, which has Primo V. People have done blood work. It's impressive. But here's what you got to realize. Set your expectations realistically. Do they work? Yes. The problem is when people say they don't work, they're comparing them to steroids. And they don't work compared to steroids, or not nearly as well. So if you get a 20% in testosterone and your testosterone's at, 100, that puts you at 120.
120.
All right. If you have a testosterone level of 100 and you inject a gram of test, you're going up to 10,000. So obviously there's levels to this.
Yeah.
So will you feel better? Might you recover better? Might your wiener get a little harder? Yes.
What I've been told is like it just increases libido. It's not worth the money. But I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, when you get your blood work done, it is that snapshot of that point in time. So whether you get your blood work done at 7 a.m. after a good night's sleep or at 8 a.m. after a bad night's sleep, it's going to be different. So you need multiple blood work to get it done. The studies do, I do think that over time, if you maintain a 20% increase in testosterone over baseline, that you will get slightly better gains.
Yeah.
Will it be steroid-like? No. But in the grand scheme of gaining muscle, once you're at a certain level, like your level of maturity, in your 30s, you're lucky to gain 1 pound to 2 a year.
Facts. Yep.
If you can increase that 20%, that's 1.2 pounds a year, which is actually not bad.
Yeah.
Assuming that those increases correlate to muscle gain. So again, it's a matter of what your budget's like.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to give you, if you have $100 budget, I'm not going to put a test booster on there.
Yeah.
If you have a $200 budget, I might.
Yeah. And the thing I think guys need to understand is that the longer you train, the more diminishing returns, unfortunately, especially if you're a natty, like you're,
and then
you're
you get older.
Gain, and
then you get older and then it all goes to shit.
Yeah.
Then you have the maturity and you have age working against you.
Yeah. So, I mean, it really comes down to, as you get older and older, you have to like almost perfect your craft to a more significant level to be able to get the same level of gains consistently year per year, because your body adapts and you don't get as many gains as quickly. And then if you're a natty, especially, you have to be more and more overt in your discipline. and that's the reality.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's levels to it. Like if you're an elite baseball player, to get even more elite, you have to train even more elite.
Great example.
Right?
Yeah.
If you want to get a more elite body and you've already been doing it for so long, it's going to be that much harder. So for someone who's at the top of it, for Tom Brady to get better,
Yeah.
the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
Well, obviously learn how to run.
Damn.
He never had to run. Dude ran like a 5'7" at 22 years old in the combine.
Yeah.
So people are like, man, he slowed down. I'm like, nah, he never could run. Like, he's just not a runner.
Yeah, he's always had a fantastic, front line to protect them and everything. But hey, man, like got time in the pocket, you could definitely throw some rockets.
And he knew how to just slightly evade people. Like he was that good. He worked with what God gave him or what he inherited or whatever your belief system is. And he became elite at that.
Yep.
But I guarantee you the dude wasn't trying to get much faster because he was like, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm Tom Brady. I'm just gonna be alkaline dieting and using band workouts and I'll be good.
And same thing with bodybuilding. Like if you want to get down from 8% to 7%, well, even though it's 1%, we're talking about a drastic change in your dieting and and your sleep, making sure everything is really on point. And that's where competing, like you really get to see these things where because you're going from like, okay, I look good on the beach. Now you're gonna get competition striated glutes like you were showing before. Yeah. That's not easy. It's going to take way more drastic changes to be able to get to that next level.
Well, and that goes with drugs as well. This is kind of going back to what we talked about. But you look at, if I gave someone who's out of shape Winstrol, like you're not going to notice anything.
Yeah.
But if I give it to someone who's 7% body fat, you're going to notice something. Yeah. So there's again, it's like that's why I'm like, drugs are an elite thing. Yeah. It's a risky thing. Do you want to take that risk? And the answer is usually no.
Yeah.
The answer is usually no.
All right. Keeping it real on this podcast, baby. Okay. What do we got here? We got $2 from Brandon. Thank you so much. And then we got $5 from Thomas Okombe. Question for Mark. What brand of creatine do you believe is best for weight loss?
Well, they're all monohydrate.
Yeah.
Monohydrate.
Basic monohydrate.
That's it. I mean, there's many brands. Obviously, I'm going to tell you about my brand because I got to pay my bills, right? But like if you buy a trustworthy brand that's monohydrate, that's what I'm going to recommend. That's what the data's on, and that's what I'm going to recommend.
Okay. And then what else do we got here? Okay, what's the best? Oh, no, read that one. The Curious TV, we just answered that. Yeah, creatine monohydrate, guys, is going to be very simple. Don't get the pills, get the powder. The white powder should look like cocaine. Yeah. That's what you want. Okay, if TSA stopping you, you're doing a good job. Yo, Myron, when can we see a full day of eating? What foods you eat so the chat can learn? Guys, I have a meal prep service that I use, but I pretty much, I'm making sure I get 1 gram per pound of body weight of caffeine, protein, and I almost died. You want, dude? I almost died before this goddamn show. I'll adjust this thing real quick.
So get this right. I'm in bed making some phone calls. I'm still networking. I got a call from Myron. He's like, "Yo, bro, I feel like crap right now." I'm like, "Yo, you good?" He's like, "Man, I don't feel good, bro. Like I just finished workout. I had caffeine. I feel like I might die." I'm like, "Bro, don't say that, bro. First you lose Kevin and then you? No, bro. You're like, you good?" He's like, "No, man. Like, I just don't feel right now." He's like, "Yo, come downstairs. I need help." I'm like, "Bro, you want to go to the hospital?" I was like, we got a show with Marc right now. You want to do a show? we could push it back. He said, "No, fuck it. I'm going to go hard or go home dying." I'm like, "Damn, nigga." So I come downstairs. He's like, I'm like, "Bro, how's your heart rate? Is it good?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Nigga, you're fine." He's like, "I don't know, man." And now he's here now, like, "Oh, I feel great." But the caffeine, I think it did him in.
Dude.
No more caffeine, huh?
Dude, we literally, so check it out. So we got something to eat. I got some poke that was delicious. By the way, thank you for lunch. And so we stopped by Starbucks.
Wait, you didn't invite me.
I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, I was jerking off.
Yeah.
so I'm like,
sometimes better than deal with these hoes.
So we go to Starbucks and I'm nursing this venti coffee. I get a coffee. I'm a good guy. I'm just drinking my coffee. He gets like, "Can I get, what's the strongest thing you have?" He says.
Damn.
He's like, "Okay, I want the cold brew with like extra shots or whatever." I'm like, damn, okay, this dude likes his caffeine. So then we're walking and then we stop at I'm still drinking my coffee. Stop at another Starbucks. And he's like, "I'll take the same I had last time," basically. And he goes, "Stupid."
Yeah, I got to get myself that.
He goes, "Yeah, we're out of that." He's like, "Well, what's the strongest thing you have?" So he got he had like 1.5 grams of caffeine within like an hour period. I've never seen anything like it.
I will say this. I haven't drank Starbucks in a very long time. Okay, so I normally take 600 grams of caffeine,
600
milligrams.
Today it was grams.
Caffeine. Today it was potentially grams, and because I do the math in my head, it's I forget what the hell equation I used to figure out, but I went off Dr. Eric Helm's thing on what you need as far as like caffeine goes. But I worked it out with my weight, about 600 milligrams of caffeine, and I'm very caffeine tolerant. But I didn't realize it took like, was it like you think I took like a gram?
Dude,
play stupid sound, please.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was stupid. A lot. Like I wasn't about. I'm not one of those guys who's like, "Are you sure you're okay?" I'm like, he's a grown ass man. He knows what he's doing.
I haven't drank Starbucks in a long time. So I was like, oh,
you know what I get when I go to Starbucks?
Yeah,
mocha cookie crumble, or I get vanilla chai tea.
My man's
drinking my shit black.
He's drinking like the coffee equivalent of a chick drink.
Yeah,
like dude, like I felt like a bitch for getting Splenda in mine. Now you just made me feel completely like I'm sorry, man. I can't drink. I'm sorry, I can't drink it plain. Like whoever can drink black coffee, I don't think they're doing it because they like it. I think they're doing it to prove they can. Yeah, I drink my shit black.
It is disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
It's terrible.
I forgot how disgusting it was, and I drank it, and I was like, okay. Then I went to the gym and worked out, and then I got out the gym, and I was like, I might not make it out of this. Okay, fuck it. So I like we had the show coming up, and I was like, all right. I had told Fresh, I was like, bro, I feel like shit, man.
Yo.
And he was like, yo, do I need to take you to the hospital? I was like, if I die, I die. And that's why I texted you that too. And I was like, if I die, bro, we gonna do this goddamn show.
He literally pulled out a Drago quote. Like he texted me a Drago quote.
Yo, I die. I'm like, nigga, you need a will in your life.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so fun story, right? I went skydiving maybe last weekend.
Okay, and you went skydiving?
Yeah. So
okay, I've never met a black person who skydove.
That's what I'm saying. So I was like,
black people are much smarter than that. That's some white people shit. White people are like, I'm gonna do. That's white privilege. We're like, we're gonna jump out of planes and not die.
I'm not gonna lie. My white friend invited me. Steve will do it. That's why I did it.
You gotta get away from white people.
So I did it, right? Mind you, it's an hour drive. I'm on the phone with my lawyer, my mom. Hey, here's my will. Update it. If I die, she gets that. He gets that. Cool. So I'm telling you, dude, if you die, before you die, you should do a will. You should. I
probably should. But I literally said, I texted Mark. I was like, yo, I feel like shit. I don't feel good, but you know what? Fuck it. If I die, I die. Let's do this show.
Bro, you notice white people aren't afraid to die?
They're not.
So we were hiking. Oh shit, you crazy. Bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
crazy.
Nah, so yeah, I wouldn't do that, man. That dude's all up in your butt. That's even worse than
you guys can see it too.
It's on a vlog, guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's on a vlog channel.
So we're hiking in the mountains, my family and I in Tennessee, and we go up this hill, and my daughter, she sees a bear, and the bear literally stares us down, and we get the fuck out of there. We run. So we're walking down the hill, and there's this couple, and we go, hey guys, you might not want to go up that trail. There's a 400-pound black bear. Like, oh really? There's a bear, and they just kept walking. And I told my kids at that moment, I'm like, see, white people are just fucking crazy like that.
Yeah,
white people don't care. I guarantee you there's not one black person in the world be like, oh, there's a bear? Let's go walk towards it. They'd be like, okay, I'm out.
You tell me that? I'm like, where's the nearest chicken or freaking grape juice? I'm out of here. Get me the fuck out of here. Watermelon.
That's the thing. I'm like, I don't see because of where I grew up and where I grew up around.
Yeah,
I'm very risk averse. Mm-hmm. I'm not putting myself up by if there's a bear.
Why?
No, because again, like white people got it too good. They're like, oh, it's just a bear.
Yo, it's you know those scary movies.
Yeah,
it's like there's a noise in there. A lot of people are like, okay, I'm going this way. They're like, I'm gonna go see what's in there. I'm like, white people, y'all are funny as hell. We don't care what's in the room. Get away.
The horror movies, yeah, bro. It's always, the white dudes.
And we always die.
Yeah, they die first, and it's like, what the hell? Like, what?
Man,
it's not. I know it's not cool for white people to point this out, but it's true. Like, it's very true. And I'll say things that aren't politically correct, but white people, y'all got to stop being so stupid. Like, stop walking into danger. Like, I taught my kids,
Jason
I'm like,
movies.
Yeah, but how does the black guy always die first?
I don't know,
bro.
Because you think that dude be like, yo, y'all go in there.
Yeah. Well, they run at least.
They run.
Yeah. They run at least.
And they can
it's like, but the white dude, like, he just goes in the shit. You know what? This shit is really dark. I just saw my homie get, chopped off in there. I'm going to go investigate.
I'm going to go check this out, guys.
I'm going to go check this out. The black dude's like, all right, I don't know how to do this. And then he starts running. And then somehow, it's like a chasing. Just walking like this, right? He's just walking, and the dude's like sprint because he runs the 4-1. Like, oh shit! Oh, this fucking guy in a fucking ski mask or whatever, and a fucking hockey mask, and then somehow he throws the machete and it lands perfectly in the back of his head, and he dies. Or like the guy's running, and then all of a sudden Jason's come out of nowhere from behind a tree. and then he just like chops him off or whatever. It's like, where'd you come? How'd you? What?
Systemic racism at work.
Yo, for real.
Yo, like the fucking video, guys. Are you not entertained? You got the fucking machine in the house, man. The least professional podcast ever. And we're probably gonna get canceled because we said shout out to Trump earlier. So we're done. You already know that. No age, but Myron got that body. Okay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I told you you're gonna get more love from guys when you're in good shape. Fresh has a beautiful face, Ninja Turtle face.
Thank you.
Ouch. Yeah.
Thank you.
The ex-cool kids is Tren the go-to for supplements.
Tren is very harsh. I know. Here's a true story. I know professional super heavyweight bodybuilders who won't touch Tren because they can't handle the side effects. And I don't believe in roid rage, but Tren will make you. It'll make you on edge.
Yeah,
like it won't like make you like if it'll make an asshole more of an asshole, but it'll make like a normal person like not normal. Like shit'll get you mad.
Wow.
Like I've been on Tren before, man. I ain't gonna lie. You'll be like stupid shit'll piss you off. Like you'll hear things like, "Why is that washing machine so loud? I'm gonna fucking break it." You know, I'm not saying roid rage is real, but I'm saying if it is, Tren causes it. So you might want to avoid the Tren.
Be careful, guys.
Don't do Tren, kids. Don't do Tren.
Yeah, don't do it, man.
It's a hell of a drug.
Don't eat clean and Tren hard. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. It really ain't worth it, bro. Fresh, you got the next one?
We have Dave Wright, $2. I'm 21 and I'm high on testosterone.
He has high testosterone, not high on testosterone.
I have.
He's just starting
One Studios, $20. Just wanted to say thank you guys for everything. I recently got the balls to break up with my cheating ex after 5 years. I started a podcast with the same concept set up in Portland. Please shout out to Gnarly One Podcast. Shout out to you, bro. Cole Brown, $2 says, I heard creatine can cause balding. Is that true?
So creatine does have a pathway to DHT. However, not enough to cause balding. Again, there's not a black and white to that, but there's absolutely no data to show that. However, let me say this, like, if you're going to go bald, you're going to go bald. Like steroids, anything that increases DHT, all it'll do is speed up the process. So instead of going bald, let's say you take a bunch of steroids, like instead of going bald at 50, you'll go bald at 40. But basically, if you're going to go bald, you're going to go bald. That's you can blame that on your dad or your mom, basically.
No matter what.
Yeah, pretty much. But if you don't want to go bald as early, creatine is not going to be what causes it.
Yeah, don't argue with girls on a podcast. That also makes you go bald very quickly. In case you guys were wondering.
Little Danny.
I'm 5'6", 31 years old, 190 pounds, 27% body fat. God damn, you fat as fuck, bro. What's a good body fat percentage to achieve in order to justify doing a clean bulk?
Jesus, you're not even close, man. You got to get down to probably 130 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, you're 27%. I think 15% is a great body fat to chill at for a normal average human being. 15% is good. If you want to have abs, 10 to 12%. If you want to be like, people don't understand, like 8% is shredded.
It's really ripped.
But we've been lied to.
Veins
like they'll be like these actors that he was at 4% body fat. He would be dead.
Fuck out of here. He'd be dead. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not 4% body fat.
6% is stepping on stage. I'll never forget. They did a DEXA scan on Alberto Nunez.
He was 8.
He was. He came at 6.
Yes, he came at 6, and
he was damn near gonna die.
No, he was. I think he was dead. I think he was dead. People always ask what my body fat was. I'm like, I don't know, but I don't want to go there again. Yeah. Wherever I was, like how I felt between prejudging and finals when I got my pro card.
Yeah.
It was like I've had the C word. I've had the flu. I've had all that stuff. I felt so terrible. So terrible between those shows because my body fat wasn't enough to function.
Wow. You
can only hold that condition for like a day.
Hours. A day is even amazing.
And it sucked. And then I ate a hamburger and everything was good. That hamburger was so good. Shout out to Hop Dotties in Arizona.
There you go, my friends.
Yeah, so good.
Okay, Slavey, 96.
Shouts out to y'all. Been following since you had Kevin Samuels on the show. I just closed on my commercial space for my event space business. Shout out to Neil Davis, getting ready to break the chains of the 9 to 5. Thank you for providing so much value. We got you guys. And rest in peace to Kevin Samuels as well.
Yep.
Mike, the Prez, RIP Kevin Samuels. Shout out Fresh and Fit fam. Now more than ever, we have to elevate as men to make the world better because who else gonna do it? Absolutely, man. And seeing all these like angry ass people talking shit about him just shows that he really had an impact and people are mad. The Sleepy Cam, does UV exposure directly to the testicles really going to raise your testosterone levels, or is it just cap?
What the fuck?
Do you want me to take that?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yeah. This is for you, man.
Maybe. But do you really want to suntan your balls? I've heard of people like, I have a red light at my house, and people are talking about like putting the red light, the near red, on their testicles to increase testosterone. I'm not suntanning my balls. I just don't think that's
strange.
worth it. And it's just fucking weird. Like, just there's some things that even if it works, just don't do it. And it's just creepy, man.
That's one of them.
Like the guys, there was a thing back in the day. This is in the 2014, 2015, where dudes, you probably remember, dudes were drinking their own semen.
What the?
That was a thing.
I heard about this.
What?
I heard about this. Yes.
Well, it's protein.
Yes, and Conor Murphy did that as well, which was kind of strange.
That was he did some weird stuff. I don't know if he's is he. So I thought he was grifting, but someone mentioned Kenny KO earlier, and Kenny like visited him, and Kenny's like, no,
it was for real.
He's really doing this shit.
Brandon is a good friend of his, and it was for real. He really did go crazy.
Whoa, ayo.
Yep.
I'm not taking mine nor anybody else's.
Okay. Juan Bin Laden.
He goes, Juan Bin Laden goes, bro, how do I get more natural testosterone?
Sleep, eat adequate fat, and exercise.
There you go, my friend.
Get some sunlight in the morning.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
$5 from Brandon. Just cashed out 200M from Sheba. Moving to the Panorama Tower in Brickell next month. I'd love to meet you guys.
Nigga, donate more, nigga. Nigga, $2 million doing $5, bro? Come on, man.
Oh, man.
Get out of here.
Yo, I think he's trolling, bro.
Must be.
The homie Clicks goes, Fresh, what you drink from Starbucks is diabetes. Yes.
Just so you know, I don't go often. So
and I'm definitely not going to go to Starbucks for a bit because I almost died.
Nigga, you better not go again.
Yeah, I ain't going. I was like, man, I'm ready to risk it all.
You better get you a bitch drink like me and stay alive.
Yeah, I'm about to drink caramel macchiatos from now on.
There you go.
Almost, yeah.
Frappuccinos.
Yeah, and
caramel.
I didn't realize it was that much caffeine. Brandon, $5. Cashed out.
Same thing.
He said the same thing twice.
Okay, same thing twice. Okay, there you go, bro.
Nigga,
$10.
Nigga, send 200.
Double digits.
Nah, if you send 500, then I'll believe you.
Okay,
double digits.
Yeah, I think cap.
Okay, hold on. What else do we have on this? Oh, okay. Let's talk real quick about before we get the thing going. Being a family man, what's that like, man? Why? And tell us about the state of men in general. What is your thoughts?
Well, I think I have a very advantageous situation.
Okay.
I married my high school sweetheart. It actually worked out.
Yeah.
Obviously it wasn't perfect the whole time, but it's I think the nuclear family is the key to society. Having a strong man and woman in the household is what's going to create our future generations that are going to be in a great spot to lead, to inspire, and to succeed. And statistics definitely demonstrate that when you have a dual parent household or a household with any man in the house, not even a strong man, just a man in general,
it works.
You're statistically inclined to do better than someone who doesn't.
Facts.
So my whole thing is when you have a family, that becomes your goal. So while you work, it's not about success. It's about success to provide.
Yep.
So you become a provider. So in my opinion, I think, again, everybody wants to do their own thing. But if I look at what the goal is, I'm an old school, white picket fence, family kind of guy. All of my time, we talk about me not having a life, right?
Yeah. My
My life is essentially every weekend, I'm either a soccer tournament or a wrestling tournament, depends on the season. Or during the week, I'm coaching my kids, whether it be my kids or my athletes. So it's all about just being there for your children. Now, you don't have to be, look, I'm not a nurturing dude. I'm one of those guys who's like, hey, if kid falls down, like, hey, get the fuck up. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
But there's different ways you could show love.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit there. I'm not going to sit there and cuddle. It's just not me. I'm not a cuddler.
Yeah.
I'm a dude. But once my kids reached that age and were able to play sports, that was when I was really able to get together and bond.
Yeah.
But I'm old school in that. And a lot of people find this offensive, which is really weird. I do believe in biological roles. I believe that my role is the father in the household. My wife's role is the mother in the household.
Wait, how dare you?
How dare you?
Are you telling me that men and women are different? They're gender roles?
That's messed up.
Absolutely, we are different. And you know what? Women have it better because they have the ability to create life within their body.
Yeah.
Which is a superpower. They can literally create a human being in their body.
Yeah.
So
with some cum.
Yeah, a lot of there's semen involved. Yeah. There's definitely cream pieing involved. So my opinion is, again, everybody wants to live their life the way but there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with an old school nuclear family. There's nothing wrong with loving your kids. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being a boring dad. There's nothing wrong with being a soccer dad. Just be the cool soccer dad.
There you go.
You know, be the jacked soccer dad. Go out there and be able to be in shape. Don't be fat. Be able to run and play with your kids.
Yep.
That's where you can have the most joy out of anything. And they will remember that. Look, man, my dad was not in shape, but I don't remember anything in our house. Anything. I remember he coached my little league team. Mm. That was my memory of my dad.
Yeah.
Coaching. I remember he never missed a high school football game. Even after he had a stroke caused by diabetes. Even after he had a stroke, he was at the game the next day.
Wow.
So that's, to me, how I measure my success, is how well my kids succeed. My kids and the kids I coach. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you can only do so much in business. I think God gave me this ability to do what I do, to be, good at formulating or creating or business or entrepreneurship, so that throughout, I'm not middle-aged yet. Like, hopefully I live past 80. I'm hoping, right? Like, I have the whole half of my life to dedicate to giving back and to making sure that other kids can have the opportunity that my kids had, because I was able to sacrifice early on, and now I'm able to give back and sacrifice in that way.
That's Toyota Corolla, man. Baby.
That Toyota Corolla was probably still going too. Yeah, that's the crazy thing, man.
And I think that's very important. And I think, because a lot of guys say, "Oh, well, Fresh and Fit, you guys teach guys how to be degenerates and everything else like that." Well, look, we got someone that's not a degenerate. Okay, so stop complaining, goddammit.
Well, I'm a degenerate in my own way. It depends who you talk to.
But I agree with you 100%. Like, statistics prove it, man. Like, single mother households are the leading factor to, like, degenerative children, whether it's drug addicts, criminals, alcoholics, whatever it may be. It just people that are fuck ups in society come from single parent households. You need a dad.
The best scenario is a mother and father that love their kids all the way.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Just be there for them, support them. Be there to pick up when they fall down. I think that's what it comes down to.
Or to tell them to get up.
Or to yell at them.
Get the fuck up. Get up.
So the other day, we're playing a game in New York. My daughter's playing center back. They couldn't get by her. And the other, girls fall down. The parents are like, "Oh, come on," going off. So they had no answers. They just started fouling the shit out of my daughter. Started fouling her. She gets fouled really hard, stays down. I'm like, "You're fine. Get up." The other dads are looking at me. I'm like, "No, that's our thing." And she's like, "No, I was staying down because I was trying to wind down the clock." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "But don't be a bitch. You got to get up next time. Right? Don't be no punk ass. You're not going to have the Lobliner name and get down like that. You got to get up right away and look at the girl, be like, "What now?
Yeah.
Bitch, no, you got to get up."
That's great, man.
Fire.
That's what it's about, man. So Venom 233, Myron, what's your crypto portfolio looking like with the dip the past couple of days? Guys, it's been going down, but again, this is why I tell you all the time. You buy and hold, and not only that, you buy crypto an amount that isn't going to bother you. So I got money in there, but whatever. Who gives? It's a 6-figure amount in there, and it's like I invested so little in it that it's like it's not that big a deal. So I'm up no matter what because I got in early. JJ, $5. Hey guys, how do y'all feel about fleshlights and pocket pussies? Oh my god, and life-size dolls for guys that don't get laid off, and not me. A broke friend want me to ask.
Niggas, you.
No, bro, no, don't do it. But I do. What, you got something different on it?
There's a lot of data on the dopamine, just the desensitization of people who masturbate and watch porn,
for sure.
So I guess guys need to jerk off. I personally refrain from it. But I really would suggest that you refrain from pornography and having sex with, what is it called? A pocket pussy? Yeah. Fleshlight. Okay.
Yeah, man. Dude. Bro.
Don't
do it, man. And the thing is, bro, is that like, I do foresee that this is it's gonna be extremely popular in the next 10 to 20 years, right? With VR and all this other crazy shit that's going on and sex dolls. I foresee that it's gonna happen. We actually talked with Ben about this extensively, but that doesn't mean that you got to jump on the train and beyond this, man.
If you want the best experience, bro, it's in person with a real female. I'm telling you right now,
and
bro.
don't pay for it either. Okay, don't sit here pay for prostitutes and pay for box. No, Slimmy, I'll be doing that. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it, man. Okay,
yo, you're gonna feel dirty, bro.
You're gonna feel dirty. You're gonna hate yourself.
Don't do it.
Derek the Trader, what do you guys think of that person who got beat up by Mike Tyson when he was traveling on JetBlue?
At that point, bro, you're harassing somebody. So whatever you get comes your way, bro, is what you get, bro. So
what's your thoughts on that?
I don't think anybody was against Mike Tyson doing that.
Yeah,
We've all had that annoying person behind us or in life. And it's Mike Tyson.
Don't play with him.
You're gonna dude. He was Mike was just mind his own business, sitting there, and then he just like, I'm gonna beat this guy up.
Yeah.
And he needed to get hit.
Yeah, it literally just turned into
round 1. Fight.
Then this fucking song comes on. And you know what time it is? He hit that nigga with the bull rock. Hit him with the fucking falcon punch. Yo, shout out FNF. Thanks for all you guys do. Food for thought. Ben Mala meeting FNF would be epic. Money Monday episode.
Working on that right now.
Oh, yeah, work. Okay, awesome. Great. Yeah. He's a real estate mogul. So shout out to him. So Marc, where can the people find you, man? This was a great interview, man.
Well,
fire.
This has been fun. At Marc Lobliner, MarcLobliner, everywhere except for YouTube, and that's youtube.com/tigerfitness. So
I got it tagged in the description. All his links are below as well. I'm a step ahead.
Whoa.
That's go.
Beyond. No, this is great, man. Thanks for having me. This has been a great time. I'd love to come back next time.
You can't leave yet. We still got another show.
Oh, yeah, but
we're keeping you hostage, actually.
No, but here's the thing. Like, I text my wife right when I got here. I looked out the hotel window. I'm like, it'd be so cool if you were here, but you're not. Fucking, I'm gonna go walk on the beach.
Oh, God.
Sucks to be you. Enjoy practice tonight.
Damn.
Yeah, man. So, guys, we're gonna be back with Marc and some lovely ladies here, and then we got maybe a special guest pulling up as well. So we're gonna catch you guys here in a bit with some lovely ladies. Like the goddamn video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to Marc as well, and check him out, guys. And other than that, peace.